So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? So if you followed our YouTube videos, we really go into Burgundy in a big way because very, very passionate about Burgundy, but it is very, very expensive, as you know, and I've already told you this. So I'm always looking for value, and I want to bring some value to the plate today. So this is called Saint Veran. Saint Veran is in the Mâconnais region. It's 100% Chardonnay. A lot of people don't really pay attention to Saint Veran. We're talking even 30 years ago or even 20 years ago, Saint Veran was like the Rodney Dangerfield of the Mâconnais. It had gotten no respect. Nobody really cared about the wines. You either bought Mâcon or you bought Pouilly Fuisse. Well, I'm going to show you on the map why you should pay attention to it, because right over here you can see Saint Veran and you can see Pouilly Fuisse right here, and you got Saint Veran to the north and Saint Veran to the south. And there's a very, very good reason why this is wedged right in between Pouilly Fuisse, which is of course the most expensive, the best of the wines, but we're going to talk about Chateau de Périclos here. This is actually a real chateau. It's one of the oldest properties in Saint Veran. I picked this out because you can buy Saint Veran from a number of companies, but this is a real chateau with a real property, and Périclos is considered one of the finest areas in all of that Saint Veran Mâcon region. And there is actually a reason for that. I'm going to explain, but I want you to zero in a little bit on this label, because then it can actually show you that it is called Chateau de Périclos. And the interesting thing about this area is Périclos Chateau is located near the Rock of Solutre. Why is that important? Well, it's an iconic site known to having people live there in around over 50,000 years ago. Yes, this is called prehistoric times. Then the Gallo-Roman times, where they controlled it. It was actually a Roman villa at the time. And we're talking about history here. So, you know, when you really look at this area, you want to really dive into this, because, you know, if you never had a chance to travel, you really into this area, you should really make a pilgrimage to go to this area, because we're talking the Rock of Solutre, which is this gigantic cliff. And historically, and the vineyards are down here, so the cliff is here. So historically, what they actually, the story was that, you know, they found a lot of bones of animals on the bottom of the cliff. The reason why was the prehistoric people used to take the cliff and they used to round up and herd, you know, animals, deer and everything like that, and actually, you know, push them to their death so they could actually eat. But this whole area we're talking is very, very historical, Solutre, but you get that in the soil composition. So when you taste these wines, you get a lot of that mineral tone. Of course, we always talk about that. That's the most important attribute, I think, to these wines that makes them interesting, because anybody can make Chardonnay. You can make Chardonnay all over the world, California, Chile, Argentina, even Italy is making Chardonnay. But when you want really interesting flavors of Chardonnay, you have to really look at Burgundy, and you have to say why. And you're talking about the soil composition here. So you get a lot of that really, that appley orchard fruit that really jumps out. You get that lemon zest, lemon peel as well on the back note, which is quite interesting. So, but when you taste this wine, this is the most important part of the component of this wine. It's just layers and layers and layers of fruit, but you get that acidity, that really tangy acidity too. They get that brightness that just goes right through the fruit and makes this wine a very, very special wine. I'm still tasting this wine. We're 10 seconds in, and I'm still tasting the all of those beautiful attributes that you get out of this wine. But this is beautiful. But I wanted to show you a little. You know, Hugh Johnson does spend some time talking about this area of Pouilly Fuisse and how special these wines are. But you're talking about, wines that I think need to be paid attention to. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't realize the proximity of Saint Veran to Pouilly Fuisse. We talked about Pouilly Locher here, but look at Pouilly Fuisse right here. And then you got Saint Veran is right next door. So would I say that this is a poor man's Pouilly Fuisse? No, I don't say that. But I'll tell you what, with the prices of Pouilly Fuisse, double the price of Saint Veran, this is actually an absolute smash of a deal. And you really have to go out and find it, because, you know, they do have other Saint Verans besides Périclos. But I wanted to zoom in on this one because, again, this is one of the historic properties. It's a real chateau. It's not from a negociant like Louis Jadot or some of these other negociants that actually buy the grapes and just, vinify the wine back at their domain in Beaune. But this is really, really top level wine. Again, this is the Grape Explorer. We're always trying to bring really, really great wines to the plate. Cheers.